Okay, here we are. Two Shit Blokes. We're back again. Unfortunately, the Bella Vista Hotel had some technical difficulties and we are at Dave's house instead. So hopefully the sound will be better than last week because Dave will speak up so people can actually hear him. There were some complaints. Do apologise. And speaking of Dave, my co-host, Dave.
How you going, Jace? It's good that you introduced me at the start of the show and didn't run half the show without speaking to me at all and breaking my heart. So
I went to you really early. I was a bit surprised. We were chatting about like actors and stuff earlier on, and you said your favourite actor was Bill Crosby. An interesting take on things there, Dave. But I think we're starting to get into who you are and what you're about, and I think that's good to know.
Excellent. Thank you, mate.
So, look, a few comments here we need to kick off. We've got we're getting some really good...
You're not reading the run sheet, are you? Why do I actually write it if you're not going to...
I don't know why you write it.
You just go off and do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fuckwit.
So, again, as we've said before, send this to your mates. We're getting some really good feedback. Send it to your enemies if you don't like them. Again, it's just something that we love to do now, to sit here. It actually is the highlight of my week. I think Dave can attest to the same. So, we just talk everything we love, which is rugby league. So send it to the people. Keep the feedback coming. Speaking of which, we've got a few comments here. Dave, you want to read the first one?
This is from Mo Lester. So,
friend of yours?
Friend of mine. Hi, guys. Mo Lester in the house. Gabe Owner is still filthy that you didn't read out his full comment last week. Probably because Jason wasted half the episode giving shout-outs to 3 friends that he actually has. Do better, Jason. Safe to say this year is the year of the rooster after Lockie's genital warts cost the Dogs the game yet again.
We'll talk about that. We'll get into that.
Can't wait to hear your take on this. P.S. Question for Jason. Fuck, marry, kill, Lockie Galvin, Alex Safar, and Alex Mason. Who's Alex Mason?
I don't know. I think he means Heath Mason.
Maybe.
Yeah, Tigers reserve. Oh, mate, you'd fucking just shoot them all, mate. You're not fucking any of them. Shoot them all. All right. As I said, there was no fence sitting on that one. They're my 3 favourite players.
Sex with Lockie Galvin?
They're just shooting fucking all of them. There is no sex.
Probably gave him genital
There is nothing there, mate. I can't stand these 3 individuals. Although Heath Mason does try hard. He is a very... he's a good utility, only young, quite a small fella, but he tries. So.
What's the other Alex in the Tigers?
Seyfarth.
No, the other one. There's another one.
Alex Twal.
I think he meant Alex Twal.
Not Heath Mason. Maybe he's got Mason.
I don't know. He knows what that bloke does.
Alex Twal, he tries hard. He's been a long servant of the West Tigers and he's a battler. Next comment, Dan Ox. Hey, pals. Long-time listener, third-time commentator. Great ep this week. In fact, top 3 in my opinion. It's a shame Dave didn't speak for the first half of the ep. Must have been peeling those potatoes. Love it. Still waiting for the day this podcast pays off. So we currently have not hit one multi, and at this rate, I'll not be able to afford the $11 a month subscription to Spotify. Our multi-form is shit. In saying that, we told people from day one, do not follow us. Lay it. And if they listen to us, it's on them. Anyways, Hooroo, need more Dave's random thoughts of the week. I don't think we need any more of Dave's random thoughts.
I got great feedback from the thoughts of the week. I don't know what you're talking about. People loved them. Can I tell you about Dan Ox, right? He's an ex-employee that moved over to America.
To get away from you?
Probably. Yeah. I would. And this bloke, this is the funniest human being on the planet. He took photos of himself, right? And he put them on the filing cabinets above my desk. So every time I look up, I see him with his thumb up in the air with a note under it, you got this, Dave. This is the type of bloke that he is, an absolute lunatic.
We need him on the show, mate.
And he's a great bloke, and he's our...
he's our overseas listener.
Yeah, he's our US correspondent.
Yeah, I love it. Next one's from Jez. Listen, as we like to say, there better be another story, you loose units. Looking forward to the Phil Gould Player of the Week. We did talk about the Field Goal Award earlier on, saying that it's just going to go to the...
Was this pillow talk with this bloke?
It was pillow talk.
Okay, I thought so.
The Field Goal Award will go to the biggest fuckwit of the week. Got to say, the talent is doing his job, but technical support dude is a really low bloke. Nice dog, however. It is the most beautiful puppy.
By the way, we're in a throuple, right?
Yeah.
He's got favouritism towards you. It's quite hurtful.
It's been a long time though.
The game lover.
Jez and I have been
okay, well, that's favouritism.
It is favouritism.
That's favouritism.
Next one, PJ. What on earth was that story time? My head hurts. You owe me a V and a vodka for that. Next week's story better be better. I hope there's not a story. Anyway.
Well, they'll come out randomly as my brain clicks through. But, yeah, that story was awesome. And everyone loved it, so especially me.
And the last one is from your daughter, who is the third-time comment. You can read that one out.
Someone do us a favour and bomb the recording studio. Well, obviously, she got a win.
I was going to say, maybe she was the one that damaged it.
This podcast peaked when you guys talked about Pascalinis, which probably is true. With that ending, this has definitely been my last podcast, thank God. Carly, you keep listening, you keep writing in. Thank you. We love you.
Very well said. All right, we're going to move on straight into the games. Dave, Thursday night footy, Panthers versus Storm. Panthers 18, Storm 22 in extra time. My take simply is that it was one of the best games of the year, and I loved every minute of it. What's your take?
What a cracker. Yeah. It was cracking. Loved every minute of it, the same as you. My feeling was that the Panthers were in control of this game for up to about 60 minutes. I thought they were on top. I found it interesting that the Storm played Munster at fullback, Perez at halfback, and Wishart at 5'8", or they might have swapped around here and there. It shows me that they got such great depth, the Storm.
Yeah, I think that their halves are too good in Pezzett and obviously Wishart that you can't just keep putting him in reserve grade or on the bench. You can't have both of them on the bench. So it shows you that they are willing to obviously shake things up when they need to because they have faith in those two players to get the job done. Now, they beat a very, very good football team, probably in the top three teams at the moment, without their fullback and without their halfback and with two backup halves. I think it was an outstanding victory. It was a great game to watch. Harry Grant is absolutely brilliant. Made 58 tackles, obviously scored him the try at the end, but also got him the penalty, which I had no issue with that penalty at all. He played within the rules. And
he milked it.
He milked it, but that's within the rules. Like, you watch what Moses Leota did. He took one step to the left.
Yeah.
He doesn't take that step, and I don't think it's a penalty, but he took that step. He tried to get in the way of Harry Grant. Harry Grant milked it, got the penalty, and I find it really ironic that Penrith, who tests the boundaries of the rules week in, week out, where they're whinging that he milked a penalty.
Agreed.
Yeah, I just found
they all whinge. It's the Roosters mantra. They're all doing it now.
I thought Harry Grant was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. He was brilliant. I know, and I do agree that the Penrith were the better side, kind of thing, for most of the match. They had more line breaks. They made 6 line breaks to 4. Both teams completed their sets at about 85 to 90%. They were exceptional in everything they did, both of them. But yeah, you are right. Penrith were on top. However, when you look back, the Storm actually scored 5 tries to 3 and only 1 in extra time. So goal kicking really was a difference as well.
Yeah. I thought Blaze Talangi struggled during that game.
Yeah.
And Dylan Edwards had a night to forget, which was unfortunate because he is a good player.
I think the last 10 minutes were bad for him. I think the other 75 minutes were very strong. But yeah, the last 10 minutes, uncharacteristic errors, he was not good. No. In that time, probably, you would argue, probably cost him the game because he gave them the field position they could score. Xavier Coates in the air I don't think I've seen a better aerial threat.
Freak. Absolute freak.
Kareem Abdul-Seve playing with goggles. Hadn't seen that before.
Yeah, we had a snorkeler on the field.
I tell you, he's a resilient bloke. He had beat cancer at an early age, had ruptured his ACL a few years ago, then gets an eye injury that was so severe that any other damage to his eye, he will lose vision. So that's where they came up with these goggles, and he had a good game. He was good. And Munster, a fullback, I thought was good. Munster can play anywhere, mate. He's class. But I think we've said it a few weeks in a row now, or I have. Melbourne will just win. They find a way to get the job done.
Yep.
And, they're getting ready for the finals. And I think the last thing I'll say, and I'll have to say it, is because we always bag out referees, but Ashley Klein probably had the best game I've seen a referee have in just letting it flow.
Just don't, mate.
Mate, you got to wrap him, because we punish him whenever we do it, and I don't like him. I can't stand the bloke. Obviously, my thoughts on him. There were 7 penalties in total and only 1 restart. He let the game flow, and we saw one of the best games of the year. So hats off where it's due. Still hate the bloke, but he did call a good game.
Yeah. So Penrith had 8 errors, Storm had 4. I think that's where they win and lose that game. So move on to the next debacle.
Yeah, the Friday 6 p.m. game was it's a real downer when you go from such a good game to a different, just 2 teams that are struggling in the Warriors and the Dragons. Now, the Warriors are, yes, they're coming, I think, still 4th, but they've been struggling the last few months because of injuries, and their form's been up and down. It was a letdown of a game. They won 14-10, again, in a contentious decision at the end with an obstruction ruling that personally had no issue with.
I had no issue with it either.
Yeah,
he tried to milk it.
Again, I think that's
he wasn't
right.
where he was supposed to be.
No, and I think the referees are doing the right thing where they are starting to, or at least in this game, if someone's trying to milk a penalty, they call it out and they move on and go, no, you milked it. It's a try. So, but again, 14-10. Dragons are showing something, though, at the moment. They got some toughness. They lost a lot of players in the HIA.
Yeah, they lost Bellion, Stewart and Seal.
Yeah. Selle.
All right.
Seal.
Whatever.
Was he singing a song at the time?
Possibly, you don't know. Well, he was afterwards because
he was in Disneyland. But they were knocked out, so they had to activate their 18th
So it's
man.
Bellend, right? Not de Bellin.
It's
Bellend.
I thought you were just going to say the accused rapist.
Accused.
I said accused.
Yep.
Can't stand that.
You know what my mum said? She said, talking about de Bellin, he wasn't thinking of his pregnant wife when he was out there raping people, allegedly.
Allegedly. That's so true. Man, I can't, honestly, the fact that he's playing rugby league at the moment, I find. Yeah.
Well, he's going to fill Dylan Brown's spot at Parramatta. So we replaced one sex offender with...
He'd get another one.
Yeah. He got found not guilty, so he's not a sex offender.
He's
but,
not.
You know.
Yeah. 2 hung juries. So back to the actual game itself. Again, Dragons were tough. I can't understand why Tyrell Sloan starts from the extended bench. And I say this now when you look at it. The Dragons made 5 line breaks, couldn't capitalise. Someone like Sloan capitalises. He's got that speed and athleticism that brings him into the game. When you've got someone like sitting on the bench, not playing, you don't capitalise on the breaks.
Especially as 18th man. Like, having a winger as 18th man is just strange.
Yeah, it was very strange. The Warriors handling and was at 75%, which is, every 4th tackle, every 4th set, they're dropping the ball once. So I think that's really poor. Their attack was pedestrian and slow. Again, I think we've said it before, they're cooked. I have no faith in them doing anything in the finals.
Oh, they're going to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
I've actually got that written here. They will be embarrassed in the finals. So
yeah, I agree. It's sad too because they've done well to get here, and they're putting together some tough performances, but they're just, when you got Tanner Boyd leading the way, you're going to struggle, and it's disappointing. But again, after a great Thursday night, this was a disappointing Friday night game. I don't really have anything further on this one.
Nah, I was bored.
Again, we move on to the 8 o'clock game. I think it was one of my favourite games of the weekend. Roosters 32, Dogs 12. Watching the Roosters towel up the Dogs was my favourite part.
Yeah, isn't it funny? I think the same. I'm not a fan of the Roosters at all. I can't stand them.
No, I'm the same.
But I was cheering for the Dogs, so it's really strange for me.
Anyway, you're cheering for who?
The Doggies.
You're cheering for the Dogs.
Oh, sorry, for the Roosters. What's wrong with me?
You are plenty. Seriously, mate.
You got to find someone else to do this.
I've said that numerous times, but you're the only one that is lonely enough to sit here next to me.
And can stand the stench. So I obviously found myself cheering for the Roosters against the Dogs, and that's due to the ruthlessness of the Dogs against players like Sexton and Reid. Even though I'm not a fan of Reid, I just find that...
Reid Marnie, yeah, I agree.
I just find it... I'm off them.
Yeah, I just don't have any faith in the Dogs at the moment. They're and I know a lot of people are talking about it, about how they're playing and how they've approached it. They were coming first and second with Sexton, and they punted him, brought in Lockie Galvin to be the half. He's not done anything remotely inspiring in this team other than throw a cutout pass to give them the victory over the Dragons. They are struggling in attack. They have nothing.
But Hayward's service out of dummy half was slow.
Yeah, it is. Reid Marnie was very good for them in controlling that ruck.
He wasn't good in this game, but when he came on. But
yeah, that's right.
You know, Hayward showed nothing out of no diversity, no, making him think he may run the ball. He's just shoveling it on. The Dogs' attack was slow and one-dimensional.
Well, we spoke about this, I think, on the night. We say one-dimensional. It is. It's let's go a short ball to kick out so we could run over a centre or a winger. Yep. Yeah, and he does it very well. He's made a great career out of it. But at the moment, it's like teams are onto him that he's not having that impact. Jacob Preston on the other side, again, had no impact at all. Other than Steve Crichton showing brilliance in any game, they have nothing. They're really struggling. As much as Galvin is not playing well, and he had 2 set restarts in that game. So when he 7 tackle sets when he kicked the ball dead, which is poor for a halfback, I guess, for a generational talent, as we're called.
That's in inverted commas.
Yeah, so that's really poor. So he had that, but then Burton, his form has fallen off a cliff. He has done nothing since he, since Origin, really.
Yeah.
He's got the big bomb that he does, but again, in general attacking stats, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Well, they missed 37 tackles to the Roosters' 15. And I keep hearing this thing that Serrato's a genius, right? Mm. Mate, they were flying high on top of the comp.
They were.
He goes in there and buys the generational talent with genital
warts,
right?
Yes.
And then they've been, apart from putting a score on the Dogs...
They are the Dogs.
Oh, sorry, against the Eels, right, that we went to.
Yeah,
his first game. They haven't done anything.
No, they haven't. And I think in that game too, Moses didn't play.
No, he didn't.
So they beat the Warriors last week again. At the moment, that's not a big deal.
And they cheated against the Dragons.
Yeah.
They got a penalty. Not that they cheated, but they got a penalty that wasn't a penalty, and then a bad defensive route at the end of the game, which they shouldn't have had the ball in the first place. So, mate, I think they're going out the door backwards.
You think straight sets if they make?
Yeah,
I think they can't. I think they will finish top 4 because I think they're so far in front.
Yeah,
they can't not. But at the moment, they've got to show something. Connor Tracy was back. He made a few errors. As I said, I'm more concerned with Matt Burton, who is not doing enough as a $800,000 to $900,000 a year player at 5'8" to give them any attack. Like I watch other 5'8s, like you can watch them on the weekend, that actually will take the line on. They trouble the defence. They're setting things up. They're scheming. Matt Burton at the moment doesn't have any of that, and I don't know if it's because his leg looks like it's taped up like a mummy.
Yeah,
he's obviously clearly carrying an injury, and I think when he had that intercept, he maintained the speed, but he didn't look comfortable.
No.
I think they're in trouble. I think they are in real trouble. They might find it in the next, 3 weeks.
I can't see it.
I agree with you. I can't see it on current form.
I don't think they're that happy.
No.
I don't think the team's that happy. Like, if you're starting to flick players like Reid Marnie, for instance, right, who's been in the club for the last couple of years when they had their downtime and in the rebuild and all the rest of it, and then you get to a point where the team's starting to move forward and you could possibly win the comp, and then you rip the guts out of the joint and you destabilise it by bringing in a generational talent or some bloke, Haywood, that really hasn't done much.
Do you think they've got too many cooks in the kitchen at the moment?
Well, they're not like the Broncos. I just don't think they're that good of a football team.
But when you watch them, like Kurt Mann will come on or he'll start and he does a lot of the first receiver, as we've spoken about.
Agreed.
They give it to Burton, who'll do a big kick, he'll put a bomb up. Then Galvin tries his thing, then Connor Tracy will try his thing. I don't know. There's really no one taking control of the team?
Well, there's no senior player in the spine taking control of that team.
Yeah. One thing that did strike me was towards the end of the game, they were you could see the frustration which led to penalties.
Yeah.
They were really...
but at the beginning of the year, they were just flowing, and even when they got themselves into trouble, they found it easier to move the ball around. And this is before Galvin got there.
They defended their way out of problems last year.
But they're missing 37 tackles in a game. So,
yeah.
And, you get to the end of the year where you're getting injuries and, guys are getting fatigued and they're getting tired easier. And, the Dogs were really good at the beginning of the year of being really fit. And probably that was the reason why they were winning games, is because they could do the full 80 minutes. They're now not necessarily doing the full 80 minutes.
Yeah, it's true.
And they're falling apart. So where the Roosters, on the other hand, are starting to become 80 bullies. Because they bullied their pack. Their pack went missing. The Dogs' pack went missing.
But their pack is weak. I mean, Max King made Origin, and it's still a mystery. They got kick out.
A winger, so.
Yeah, he ran down a winger, apparently. That's all you need to do. Kick out is, I think, the most damaging second rower in the game, but that's gone missing. Too many errors at the moment. Jacob Preston's even, his form's fallen off. And as we spoke about, their hooker. So their forward pack isn't that great. And I think at the start of the year I said that their forward pack, I thought, lacked grunt, which is why they went out and bought Leo Thompson, who I don't really understand that. Again. So their recruitment in that area is a bit weird. But anyway, I think that the way things are going, I do think before the end of the season, they do have one big win in them, which it could be against a Storm, it could be against Penrith. I think they can put on a victory against someone. That's all they will need to give them some confidence going into the finals. At the moment, they look like they've got...
I reckon they'll get lit up by both. So there you go.
All right. Well,
so I liked from the Roosters. I thought Sam Walker was awesome.
Him and Teddy, fantastic.
Mate, Hugo, the young bloke.
Again, yep, brilliant, loved him. Yep,
outstanding. Saying is, you could say he could be a generational player. He's playing better than
100% he is.
So.
But again, you pointed on it when you've got a forward pack going forward. They've got Tupu in career best form. He's an aerial friggin' nightmare for teams to play.
Yeah.
Teddy has found the fountain of youth, and Walker has just come back from an ACL, which is so hard to do, and he's done it so well. I think that
I could see them in the big dance. They could be a big smart.
I think they can trouble teams. Yeah. The thing that'll let them down will be discipline and errors.
We'll see what happens on week 26 when they play the Storm. We'll see where they're really at, because they're playing neighbourhoods until they get there.
Yeah, but again, they've got to beat Parramatta this week in Parramatta.
Come on, man.
I know. I'm just saying, seriously. Anyone can win on a Saturday night.
Don't embarrass yourself.
I just did. All right, moving on. Do you want to move on? Or you got some other rubbish to talk about?
I'm fine. Go on, move
on. All right, Saturday, 3 p.m. first game. The Sharks 54, the Titans 22. You'd think you're watching an AFL game with this scoreline. There was just no defence, but I'll let my co-host here talk up his team because he loved it. Go.
I didn't actually. I thought, what do you expect? This is the team coming last. So
we said flat track bullies,
and they're very good. They're very good at two things. They step up to the good sides, and usually they lower themselves down to the poor sides. But because they got beat by St George the week before, I think they got to kick up the arse, and they came with some intent.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't overly impressed. They couldn't stop the offload. They dropped plenty of ball. They still gave away plenty of penalties. And this in that first 15 minutes of the game, they couldn't even pack a scrum on time. They had a scrum penalty. So the first 15 minutes, the Titans were in this game, right?
They gave up.
They showed no patience kicking the ball. I know I was texting you saying, what is he kicking on the second tackle? It was a little bit...
Braden, that was Braden, wasn't it?
Well, they both did it. They're fucking idiots. Like, if you've got 6 tackles in front of you and you're kicking on the second, that's not good football.
No, it's not.
Harodi was outstanding.
Yeah, he was
the centre. There's other. They haven't let him in first grade all year, and only by necessity.
Hero and you got Jesse Ramian, and both of them are good. But I think Harodi will take over from Jesse Ramian next year. I think Ramian will either go to England or find another club. Perth Bears. We've got a cracking roster for Perth Bears.
Yeah, they're all going there.
Yeah, I agree.
So, was it an entertaining game? Not really.
No, it
was
wasn't.
just scoring tries at will of a team that didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So that's embarrassing for the Titans, and they've got a lot of work to do. And we had a bit of a rant about that last week about how their front office has got to clean the joint out. But I don't think we should talk about it much more. It was a waste. It's a waste of time.
Mate, I said to you, flat track bullies. They're very similar to the Dogs. They'll beat the lower teams. They can lose to the lower teams, but at least they put in a performance. They got the job done. They did their for and against the right thing, except for the last 10 minutes. I think Fitzy would be filthy that they let in those tries in the last 10 minutes because for and against could be an issue. The stats were not that much different for these two teams when you look at it. 43 missed tackles to 34, 11 errors to 12, 4 penalties each, 2 ruck infringements each. The only big difference, which is huge, was 7 line breaks to 3.
Well, that first 15 to 20 minutes of the Sharks, any other team in the comp would have put a score.
Yeah.
They were shocking.
Yeah. You texted me. It was you said it was a training.
Carrying on.
Yeah, but you said it was a training run, and you're right.
After they got their shit together, you can't give good sides 20 minutes.
No, you can't. No. But as I say, and I maintain it, when you're playing against a team that is not good, you need to do the job. They did the job. They put 32 on them, and I think that says it all, which is good. As in 32 points they won by. Yeah. I'll say that, and I'll do the early crow. Nico Hines was my Jaden Campbell Award winner. I thought he was outstanding, even against the lower competition. He set up heaps of tries. He scored a couple. The chip and chase that he scored was a great try. He identified the fullback was not back in position. He took the initiative, did the kick over the top, showed speed, got the ball, scored a great try. I thought he was outstanding, and Jaden Campbell Award winner by far.
I can't wrap any of them.
Oh, you're being too harsh.
Yep. You know, I heard what I said. If they're not going to win us a comp, fuck them off.
No,
so,
but when he plays well, don't you at least acknowledge it?
No.
You are
do it more often.
Human.
Not one game against the team coming last. Well, you could have excelled in that game.
Yeah, but I'm a supreme athlete.
Well, that's not what my lounge is saying right now. Get off me.
Fuck off, you fat prick. All right, moving on. 5:30 game.
Broncos 38, Dolphins 28.
Loved this game.
It was a good one.
I loved watching this game. Everything about this game was great. It's just a points fest.
I just marvel at the depth of both the Broncos and the Storm when you're able to bring in blokes into 7 and 6 and not miss a beat.
Yeah.
Like Hunt was really good. What's the bloke that played? That's the coach, Australian coach.
Oh, Billy Walters.
Billy Walters was awesome.
Billy's a really good player.
He is a really good player.
He's a bit of a journeyman, but ended up obviously...
Only because people kept saying you're only there because you're old man's.
Well, no, he was at the Tigers for a couple of years. Did
well,
but
there's his first mistake.
But he was. He's kind of I think he's proven himself as a very good utility.
Yeah.
And I think that's where his career is, and I think he's done very well with it.
It was a good game of football. The wingers killed the Dolphins. They made too many mistakes out wide. It killed them.
Yeah. I love watching Stags versus the Hammer in the battle. Like, those two went at it, and it was a really good one-on-one
Big fan of
battle.
Stags.
Oh, mate, he's phenomenal. Mate. He's phenomenal,
He'll
mate.
be in my State of Origin rant, as in why he didn't get picked. So, whenever that happens...
It'll happen in the finals. We'll talk Origin in the finals.
Yeah, we will.
I thought Stags was great. I thought the Hammer was really good. Your mate, Reece Walsh, was on fire.
Yeah, he only made 2 mistakes.
Yeah, but again, it's not so much that. He was...
Again, he's
with ball,
a side that they should be beating. He was outstanding.
But what I liked
and
about
his
it
forwards
was
were on top.
he stood up when they were down on the scoreboard, got the 40-20, turned the momentum of the game, and then took the ball and weaved some magic, and they won. I thought he was great. Payne Haas is the best front rower I've seen. Period. Amazing.
Go to Samoa. Go fuck yourself.
You're such an angry man.
Yep. Trey Ford was good.
I've written that down. How good is it that, and I'll talk about it again a bit later, like the depth of fullback at the moment?
Oh, no. Why can't we sign him?
Because you got no money in your salary cap. You're wasting it on wingers after about 5'8".
2 5'8".
Yeah, all these players, you got about 18 centres you got to pay for. That's why. It's very obvious.
Yeah.
Broncos made 60 tackle busts to 28.
Yeah.
That's massive. They had 10 offloads to 2, and the Dolphins missed 60 tackles. 60, mate.
Poor old Stoney's got dropped too.
He did.
Yeah. He wasn't very good. I think he's very injured.
He's busted.
Yeah.
But you know what? You still throw him on the field and he'll do a job for you.
He will. Definitely.
Broncos discipline. They conceded 9 penalties to 2. It's an issue. You've got to get that stuff right before the finals.
Still, if they played the Panthers or the Storm, they didn't give them 14 head start, they would have got smashed.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
the last game on Saturday night was Souths versus Para. Souths 20, Para 16. Bit of a surprise in that result. And Latrell got ruled out before kickoff.
Yeah, I think the Eels thought they'd just phone it in. I don't think they, I think they may have thought that this was going to be an easy hit for them.
Yeah.
Your mate Lomax.
I was going to say, I knew you'd do this.
No,
fuck me.
Can you just say it?
I'm going to say you were right. I'm going to say, and this is a moment in time, you were right. He was dreadful.
I'm welling up with tears.
Mate, his errors, he made 4 errors. The stuff he was trying on the bomb was ridiculous. He was trying to catch the ball one finger at a time. Like, it was so shit. And he just wasn't good. He scored tries, which is great, and it got me my multi on the day, which I was really happy with him. But he just very poor. Addo Carr was
manhandled. Outplayed by a bloke who's a back rower.
Oh, yeah, and also like Tyrone Munro had his best game for his career and just made him his bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was for Addo Carr has been awesome, but old Moses did nothing. He did nothing with the ball at all.
Well, I thought did anyone yell at Moses because he was fucking awful, is what I wrote here. So, why am I so angry?
Very angry. Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Fucking just well, safe it is.
No, sense.
But in saying that, Para made 9 line breaks to 6, but they only scored 3 tries. So, again, some of it, the capitalisation on these line breaks was very poor. Jai Gray was amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
I gave him the Ray Stone Award.
Oh, okay.
Because his defence saved the game for him. Like, he did the most remarkable one-on-one tackle on a player at speed, cut him down beautifully, saved a try, then made the next 2 tackles to continue, just basically, save the game for South. He was amazing. I did right. It was a big step back for Para. Lomax had 4 errors. South conceded 9 penalties to 4, and they still won. So it shows you Para had 16 offloads. Yep. So the stats are all for Para, but they couldn't win because they had 70% completion rate, and that's not going to win a game. Yeah,
I agree. I just think I wouldn't write them off as in that was a step backwards. They just had those sides in rebuilds, they tend to fade in and out of games. I don't think you'd be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. They'll get carved up this week. They'll be a better side this week.
Nah, fuck that. I've thrown the baby out with the bathwater.
Okay.
They were dreadful. Okay. They were absolutely dreadful. Again, I thought Moses was poor. Really poor. Like, I expected so much more. Why don't
we drive around to his place and yell at him?
We should. We should. That's what I mean. If you're going to yell at someone for being shit the week before, you need to be perfect.
Yes.
And I'm not saying I expect perfection from him, but fuck me, I expect a $1 million a year halfback to actually do something on the field other than kick well.
Agree.
So, and we spoke about Lomax. Lomax was fucking
I was
awful.
laughing because you were going, you're right. And, mate, geez, it makes me
Oh,
happy.
I hate that. Hate when you're right. It's bullshit.
Let's get onto this shit show.
No. Let's talk. This is going to take an hour and a half more to talk about this game on Sunday, 2 p.m. Tigers, Manly. This is glorious. Glorious. Tigers, 26-12.
Yeah. Mistake fest.
Manly had, not by them, Manly had 66% completions, so they were fucking dreadful. Tigers missed 5 tackles in the first set. Sorry, 5 tackles on the first try that Cooler scored. So they missed 5 tackles on him, but then went on only to miss another 30 for the rest of the game.
Only another 30.
When you look at that, in every match, 30 is one of the lowest stats you'll get, except for, I think, as you said, I think it was 17 missed by the Roosters.
Yeah. But they were both awful.
No, so you're wrong.
Only a Tigers supporter would have enjoyed that.
No.
It was
they were good. They were good.
Mate, it was one of the worst games. It's not the worst.
Fuck off.
It's not.
God, you're a negative. How?
It's not the worst game that I've seen this week because the next one is even worse.
But they did exactly what they needed to do. They put a team away. They won by 14. I will acknowledge whenever they're shit, as I do. But when they put it together, they played well. Their discipline was good. Taylor May has been outstanding since he's starting to find some form in the centres. I'll go to Manly's errors, and holy shit, they made a heap of them. Poor old Jason Saab, he had a Paul Carriage kind of game where he was dreadful. And if anyone's wondering who Paul Carriage was, look up the Parramatta major semi-final against the Dogs in 97, and you'll see the worst game of football by a winger ever. And that was a game that Jason Saab had. He had, I think, 5 missed tackles. I think I've written 8 errors, but that even seems too high. No, sorry, 3 errors. Luke Brooks had 4 missed tackles. DCE had 3 errors. Your key players are making major errors that is unacceptable when you're playing for a spot in the finals. They were dreadful. But, as I say, the Tigers capitalised, and that's all you can do.
Agreed, DCE. I reckon he's going to retire. And I think that he'll retire, and that'll save the Roosters from signing him, and that'll save everyone's face, you know. I just can't see him playing next year. He is terrible.
He's playing, I guarantee it.
Oh.
He will sign for the Roosters, if he hasn't already.
Well, maybe he has signed it.
I reckon he has.
And they're shitting themselves.
I reckon they would be. Buyer's remorse, mate. There's no take-backs.
No takey-backies.
No. I just thought the Tigers did what they did. When Cooler scored in the 0 minute, I thought we're in for a long day. Again, but back to Cooler, he scored the try in the first minute and barely saw the ball again. I don't understand that. You've got a class quality player, I think, who will be one of the best centres in the game, and he just doesn't get the ball. Maybe they tried to get in the ball, and that's when Luke Brooks kept making errors, DCE kept making errors. It was embarrassing. It was as bad as it gets. There is talk that there is unrest within the team with the coach, but there always is when you're playing poorly. So they've got a big game this weekend. See if they can bounce back.
They won't.
All right, 4 p.m. Cowboys 38, Knights 4. What do we do at this game? Like, the Knights have Jack Cogger and Arthur in their halves.
Yeah.
That's all that needs to be said. You're not winning games with those two. You're not.
Well, I still don't know if the police have been called because the Newcastle pack did not show up.
But they don't. Name me a good player in their pack.
I can't name a good player in their team. Like, I like Best. Best is all right, but he can't do it all on his own.
But again, you know who I didn't mind was Matt Arthur.
Yeah, well, yep.
He's a bench hooker. He's only a young kid. He came on. I actually thought he was good. I did really feel sorry for their fullback, Botano. 4 errors, 2 missed tackle, and 2 bomb tries. It was pretty bad.
He's a little turnstile, but anyway.
And I think Scott Drinkwater has found form against a really poor team. He needs to do that again against the Tigers. They're still hopeful of a top 8 finish. The Tigers actually mathematically can make it as well, so this should be a good game on Sunday. We'll get to that. Yeah. But again, Drinkwater was really good. I thought he was, what did he have? 2 tries, 2 try assists, 5 tackle busts, 1 line break assist, and 1 line break himself.
Knights were very tired from playing 2 games that week.
They were tired. Fucking hell.
So guess what? Well, this is not guess what. The Cows had 23 errors and 23 missed tackles, right, in that game. The Knights had 16 errors and 46 missed tackles. Like it's just a shit show.
Yeah, they weren't great.
That's a lot of errors between 2 teams. Like that, to be honest, I fell asleep in that game. It was that bad. I went 9 eyes.
Oh, I watched it because I sent a photo of my multi to you, and I was really happy. Mm-hmm. Again, we'll move on then. Yeah. I've given my Jaden Campbell award already. Nico Hines, yours?
Harry Grant. I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah.
He won the game for him, so he deserved it.
He won the game for him. He made 58 tackles, as I said, 58 tackles. Scored a try that was just great. Again, but Dylan Edwards made a massive error in that. He left that hole wide open.
Yeah.
And which is disappointing. The Ray Stone Award. You didn't do it, did you?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't do the Ray Stone Award.
It was, I'm not really happy about it.
Well, who is it?
It's your mate, old hands down fighty boy from the week before.
Spencer. He did do some big hits.
Mate, Spencer was outstanding.
He did. He was pretty good, actually. Hats off to him. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying...
It hurts me to say.
No, it doesn't hurt me. I said last week he was a fuckwit. I stand by because last week he was a fuckwit. But I also said Spencer Linu will be the best forward in rugby league if he gets this shit out of his game and develops.
Yep.
I said that when the Roosters signed him. I was desperate for the Tigers to sign him. The Roosters know their talent. They got a great one there, but get the shit out of his game and he'll get the Ray Stone Award every week. It was great. The Phil Gould Award for the flop of the week. Or fuckwit of the week, I said it. But anyway.
Yeah.
There you go.
Buzz Rothfield.
Buzz?
Yeah. Well, he's now attacking your mate Genital Awards, saying he's not, the Dogs are saying that I was listening to Triple M for God knows what reason, but he was saying that the Dogs haven't bought what they thought they were going to buy.
What do you mean? How does that make any sense?
Well, he was the one rapping it, saying it's one of the best buys of the Dogs. He was rapping it, talking it up. Yeah, he was right up into it on NRL 360, saying what a great buy, and they've got the better end of the deal from the from the Tigers and all that sort of stuff. And then the other day you're going, well, he's obviously not that good, and he's a young kid, we know that, but right now he's not ready for finals football and all the rest of it. You can't have it both ways, Buzz. You're picking coaches at the Tigers, and then you go off and praise a purchase, and then the next week you want to change your mind. Like, keep to a narrative. Like, we don't like Lockie Galvin, we're going to keep to that narrative.
I think Gordy Tallis, and I said it to you in the week, he said that he has Lockie Galvin has the potential to be Jackson Hastings, in that everyone spoke about Jackson Hastings as being the greatest talent that the game's seen, and he went out the back door. Now he's an NRL journeyman. He's been in England. He's back. He's in. Players don't want him in his team. It's a very good analogy. It's a very good way of looking at it. I think that is a real fear, because I think the Dogs will show ruthlessness and say, look, if you're not meeting our expectations, you're gone.
They are. They're ruthless. So, and they've shown that. So
anyway,
I just think Buzz gets splinters in his ass because he freaking sits on the fence, but he'll rave about it one week, and then the next week, if it doesn't work out, they've made a mistake. Like, mate, stick to your convictions.
Mate, I agree. My Phil Gould Award goes to Nathan Cleary. I just with the carry on about Harry Grant. He milked it. He did it. It's like, mate, suck it up. I've seen your team. I've seen you. I've seen everyone in the Penrith organisation do shit that will try and get an advantage in the game. Harry Grant did something that was within the rules. He played for the penalty. He got the penalty because you allowed him to. Moses Leota put himself in a position that allowed for that to happen. If Moses Leota is not there, the kick still goes over, and Harry Grant is not the hero we're talking about because they would have lost the game.
Agreed.
All right, moving on. This week's games. All right, we start
the
off.
Knights playing twice this week, or we've only
let's just see if they are, because I don't know what you've written on this sheet. Our first game, Rabbits Dragons, Thursday night.
Dragons.
Yeah, they're playing too tough. I like the way they're playing at the moment. They've been unlucky the last few weeks as well, so yeah, I rate that. Mate, it's a shame this is the 6 p.m. and not the 8 p.m. game on Friday. Panthers Raiders.
I'm going to actually take the Raiders, to be honest.
I'm going to go Penrith because I think the Raiders will fall behind early. I think the week off will do them a disservice. I think that they are the team that needs to play week in, week out for toughness. I think they'll be behind early. They'll come home strong, but I think Penrith will get the chocolates.
Okay, I just think the Raiders will be up for this.
Oh, they will be up because they know this is their biggest test.
Yeah, and they want to prove that
they're right.
And they want to win the comp.
Yeah,
at the
minor premiership.
So
yeah, I agree. I agree in that they want to do it. I just think Penrith will get them early. I think the Raiders
are going to be. They had a hard game against the Storm. They're not going to be as fresh as what these guys are going to come in hard.
There used to be a stat. I don't think it's as bad now that teams that would play Melbourne when Cameron Smith and the big three were playing had like a 70% loss record the following week because Melbourne just take everything out of you. I don't think it's as bad now, but I think that Penrith did have a really tough game, but I still think the Raiders, I know it sounds stupid, but I just think a week off for a team like that doesn't do them the justice they need. I think they love that week in, week out toughness. But yeah, I'll be wrong again. I've been wrong many times. Storm Dogs, 8 p.m. on Friday.
Storm, all day.
Yeah, as I say to you, I agree, but I do think that the Dogs have a win in them leading up to the finals. Wouldn't surprise me if they got them.
Playing the Sharks, they'll beat them.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think this is a big test for the Dogs because everyone's out talking about their attack and everything. Big test. I agree. Storm. We kick off Manly, 3 p.m. at Brookvale. Manly Dolphins, DCE's last game at Brookvale.
Dolphins.
Manly all day. Actually, I think Manly 13 plus. I think they'll put a show on because it's DCE's last game.
But they don't like him, so they're off him. We'll see. They will 100%.
I know Manly are making this a really big deal. I think that
only to sell tickets. They don't give a shit about DCE.
They play. They haven't been as good at Brookvale this year as most other years, but I still think they'll do it. I think, I think the Dolphins are in trouble. 5:30 up on the Gold Coast. Titans. Warriors.
This is hard.
Fuck. Isn't it what?
Can we go a draw?
Shit.
Nil or draw.
I'll go with the Warriors because I think the toughness and the fact that they're fourth and want to stay there.
I'm going the Warriors as well, just for the fact that the Titans are legless.
Yeah, well, that part too. But the Titans, as we should say, mate, the Titans can string it together. The last game...
There'll be just as many fans at this as there will be at the NRLW games. That's how many people will go there. So there'll be 6 people there.
Well, it took 48 minutes for Dave's sexism to come in, so that's a new fucking start. A bit later than I thought. The last game Saturday night, Eels Roosters at Combank.
Roosters? Am I getting an invite to this?
You can, but I won't be there.
No.
We're out.
Oh?
We've got a big 50th.
We'll be home by Sunday afternoon.
This is Saturday night, you dickhead.
Oh, is it?
7:30 Saturday night.
We'll be at a big... Happy birthday, Bronny.
Yeah, Bronny's 50. Happy birthday, Bron. So we've got Eels, Roosters. A big out for the Roosters is Daniel Tupou, concussion protocol.
He's a winger. Who cares?
No, but he's a try-scoring machine at the moment.
Yeah, I'll just find another one.
They will probably do that, but I think the Eels will make it a tough game, but I do think the Roosters at the moment, they've got the class. The 2 p.m. Sunday game, Knights, Broncos. Fuck me, who cares?
The Knights. I'll go the Broncos. by 50.
Yeah, I agree. I do. And I actually do mean by 50.
The mistake machine will be on fire.
But the Knights can't score. This is the thing. They can't score.
And
so
they can't tackle.
They're two really important parts of rugby league. It's just bad. It's so bad. Yeah, Broncos by 50. And then Sunday, 4 p.m, the eighth wonder of the world, Leichhardt Oval, Tigers Cowboys.
Tigers will win this.
Yeah, I actually do think they will, which is unusual. I think that the Cowboys struggle at Leichhardt. The Tigers are playing a bit better, but the Cowboys also are playing for top 8, so but watch out. It could be actually a good game, or it could be shit. Who knows who's turning up?
It'll be shit.
Probably. All
Very
right.
negative this week, aren't I?
You are so negative.
A little angry.
You are angry.
I was happy last week. That's why I told that story. This week, I'm not that happy. So
why are you angry?
Just hanging out with you a bit too much, and I know I've got another couple of days of you going up, so, you know.
But I'm awesome. Why would you not think that? Hang on. All right. Let's go on.
Multis.
Okay, your multi was close.
It was. But, again, I show that I can stop anything. I knocked 3 blokes out to stop this multi.
You're pretty bad.
So my multi was Storm head-to-head over the Penrith Panthers. Xavier Coates to score. And then I had the Roosters head-to-head and the Dragons head-to-head, and that was paying just under $20. And I got beat because the Roosters got beat, but they knocked 3 blokes out. And then my other multi was a disaster.
Yeah, but it did. It came. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Roosters 1-12. That, yeah.
Mate, I had Jason Saab in my multi, and he went on to drop the ball 19 times and missed.
Was that in your multi?
He was. He was in my multi. So I said, Jason
dropped the
Saab.
ball 19 times.
Fucking hell! But no, my multi, both of them did not get one leg. Not one leg. Out of 6 selections, not one leg. That's hard in itself.
Should get your money back.
We told people
that talented.
We told people to lay. I said lay our bets.
You can't lay multis, but you should
be able to.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's move. This week's multi. What do you got? And have you got the odds?
I do this week. Well,
Go.
I forgot again.
Fucking useless.
I got it done. So
what do you got?
My multi for the week is North Queensland head-to-head, into Raiders head-to-head, into Dragons head-to-head, into Grant Anderson anytime, $25.62. It's a cracker, this one. I only do big ones, mate.
Yeah, righto. All right. I'm not saying shit.
I
didn't get one. I know. That's what I'm saying. I just said I'm not saying shit.
Well,
you're a pricky old prick.
What a rough one.
All right.
I need to change my rant just about you.
My multi of the round, Sam Walker, 10 plus points, Jason Saab and Cooler. So it's player A and B combined for 2 tries or more. So it's Saab and Cooler for 2 tries or more between them. And then over 48 points in the Titans game at $8.34. My same game multi.
Yeah.
Is Karapani and Dean Mariner 2 plus tries. Shibasaki, Tony Staggs 1 try. And this is, again, player A and B. So Karapani and Mariner to score 2 tries between them. Shibasaki, Staggs to score 1 try between them. And Brisbane Broncos 13 plus at $4.70.
Sounds awesome. Proud of you, mate.
You are dead set.
Absolutely proud of you. Proud of you. Do your rant, because you're
fucking my rant. I'm going to give you my rant right now. It's all about this. The Harvey Weinstein to my right. Now listen. Fuck me. All right. My rant is simply: I am sick and tired of players lying down milking penalties. I'm fucking had enough. There was one with Jazz Tavana try to get a penalty for the wind hitting him in the face. It is becoming a joke. It is becoming like English soccer, where, and even now they've got rules that if they think you're faking a penalty, the penalty goes the other way. The NRL needs to come in and say one of 2 things. I think the best way to do it is if you are injured and we have to stop the game, you need to be taken from the field and be assessed for 15 minutes like they do with a HIA. So if you're complaining about a crusher and your neck's sore, if you're saying that you were hit in the nose or the mouth, you need to go off for 15 minutes. and it's not from your interchange. This will simply stop people faking penalties.
Well, what about the trainers? They run in, they fake an injury. The trainer runs in to stop the game,
Yep.
right, to take care of him.
Yep.
And then he gets up and plays the ball and plays on. Like that, 100%. I think if they stop the game for an injury, you should go off for 15 minutes because you've got a boo-boo.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sick of seeing it. And I know the fans are sick of seeing it because it is becoming embarrassing. You don't want to see players milking penalties. And I understand that sometimes players get hit quite high. The ref misses it. It's play on. It should have been a penalty. Unfortunately, that is life. Suck it up. If you are injured, then absolutely you need treatment. We'll assess you. But enough with this fake shit. I'm sick of it.
Agreed. Totally agree with that.
What's your
Do you feel
rubbish?
better?
No, because yours is coming, and I don't know what it is, but the mood you're in, it could be fucking, you're going to whinge about Santa Claus coming only once a year. Like, go.
The tooth fairy doesn't leave enough money.
All right, go.
So my rant of the week is about the game day experience in the NRL. All right. So it's been driving me, I've been watching a bit of the preseason of the NFL.
Yeah.
Right. And the game day experience for a preseason game is 1,000 times better than our grand final.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
So
I feel that the NRL fans are getting shortchanged because our game day experience is basically go to the ground, pay exorbitant amount of money for some chips and a Coke, right?
Yep.
And then we leave the green. Now, I went to a grand final, Storm Manly, and the halftime entertainment was blokes standing around playing barbecues. It was horrendous.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. And, we went to an LA Rams game on the trip of a lifetime, and who did we have as our halftime entertainment?
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill, right? We
awesome.
went to Penn State, which is the greatest sporting event, if not the greatest event I've ever been to in my whole life.
Yeah, I agree.
Pageantry with the bands and the cheerleaders, the flyovers from the B-52 bombers or whatever those planes were. I don't know what they were. And it was just the greatest day ever. Now, the reality of life, those tickets are $500-600 Australian, right?
Yeah.
We're paying $60 to get into a rugby league game. But if they made the game day experience the same as it is to go to a Penn State game or go to an LA Rams game or go to a KC game, it's just a completely different thing. And the other thing that is, the tailgating, right?
Yep.
I don't understand why in Australia we don't have an area where people can set their cars up and tailgate exactly what they do in the US. In the US, they bring their family and their friends, so they interact with their family. You're just not two idiots going to the football. It's, all their whole family. They're sitting around, they're blasting music, they're throwing the ball around, they're hanging out with their kids, and they talk to the strangers walking by, smoking cigars. They're just, it's a whole community type
it is.
thing, right? And, we were hanging out with some Mexican people who fed us and gave us a hangover cure and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And then with the college ball, they bring in, it's the whole of the college community and the external community of that college town that are invested in that game.
I agree.
Right? And you said to me, our kids, when they go to university, are going to miss out based on what we're seeing, the fun that these kids were having at a college game. So I honestly think that, the NRL doesn't have to have jet flyovers and Beyonce and all the other crap. But if they could improve the game day experience, they could then charge more money.
Yeah.
Right? And make it more community friendly and get people to buy in. Like if you watch that SEC documentary on Netflix, you see how crazy they are. They got $40,000 to a prep rally the day before.
40,000 people.
40,000 people went to a prep rally the day before the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a game of football. All they did was march the players out and they said, thanks for coming, and bug it off. And they were having the time of their lives. And ours is just turn up, even the grand finals flat.
Yeah, but I think, I'm trying to put my finger on why, but I think that, to go to the grand final, to go to any game now, now.
$60.
No, it's more than that. Like but that might be for the tickets, and then it's food, and then it's drinks and stuff like that. You're not walking out with $300. Like you're $300 with no change.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
It's
The food's crazy expensive.
You know, in Atlanta, the owner is taking over the stadium, and the food's like concession prices. It's crazy. You can actually go to the game with $100 with your family and come back. Like we're not doing it well. And I agree with you. It would be great to have more of an experience. I just don't know if we've got the community to do it. And I think the policing side of it too is an issue because RSA over there is non-existent.
No, they love it.
You don't have an issue over there either.
No.
And that's what we see over here. Like, to get a beer in any of those stadiums, there's people walking around with fridges attached to their waist, carrying them, saying, "You want a beer?" Over here, you got to queue up with an RSA marshal watching every step, and then you get like a flat beer in a plastic container. Over there, you're buying cans, you're buying bottles, you're buying everything.
700 ml cans of beer to
and
drink.
You sit there, and the game goes for 4 hours, so you're drinking longer anyway, and there's still no issues.
No.
So I think that they need to change the whole mindset of it because it's not. It's not done well.
We'd have tailgating and someone would play their music too loud and some Karen would be going, "Go and tell them to turn it down."
100%.
And over there, I didn't even think I saw police at the tailgating. They were just out having the time of their lives.
Everyone, it's like they police themselves. They go, if there's a fuckwit, they tell them you're a fuckwit. Remember, we had an issue at Penn State where the kids in front tried to all squeeze into a seat that wasn't theirs, and the guys had just told them, "No, guys, move on," and they did.
Yeah.
Well, they respected the crowd. They didn't carry on. Yeah, I agree that we need to do more. I just think that I don't think we have the community to do it.
My rants are outstanding, just by the way. That was a good one.
Yeah, but you know why your rants are good? Because
I'm angry.
You're angry.
Yeah.
Like, it's like watching the grouchy bloke on the Sesame, on the Muppets. You just sitting there.
No, one of the Muppets, the guys on the up the top.
I feel like I need to be the other one because
you've got to match my anger.
And I can't. You're so aggressive.
No, sorry, mate. Maybe it's... so I just want to... We're finished with that.
Yeah.
So I just want to shout out to my under 15 girls side who on the weekend unfortunately got beat in their semi-final.
I did hear it was poor coaching. And I also heard that...
by the assistant coach, not by the coach.
The assistant coach.
The assistant coach is absolutely shocking.
Considerable bets were placed on the other team.
Right.
And...
Mate, we held them for 30 minutes and then they scored a goal on us and the girls lost confidence, unfortunately. But, they gave us a great year and they were a great bunch of girls and I got to bash them one night, so that was entertaining.
Not unexpected.
But, I had a great experience coaching them and, they were great girls and great parents and great club, the Kellyville Colts Soccer Club. And I appreciate them letting me near children to coach them.
It's always a positive.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, folks, that's a wrap. I think that was one of our shorter shows too, just over an hour. Put the multi on. You can guarantee it's going to win. Or mine will anyway. Dave's not too sure. But sit back, enjoy the footy. We're at the business end. 3 games till the end of the season. And then it's finals time. So... keep the comments coming. We do love reading them, and we will chat to you all next week. Thanks, folks.
Follow us on Spotify because you'll get the next episode when they're up, and we'll see you later.